Hey everyone, I'm Obi. This is Obi's Crafts and Stuff, and in this video I'm going to show you how I made this fishing pole holder using almost entirely my CNC. Okay, so starting off in Easel, we're going to set up our dimensions. I'm using a 24 by 24 piece of plywood, and it's 3/4 inch thick. We're going to change the bit. I'm using just a 1/4 inch bit. And now over here, we're going to make our circle. We're going to make this a 20-inch circle, cut all the way through, cut outside shape path, lock that screen there, and now turn that 2 into a 20. Center this to the material. And we want to use tabs. Make sure you got your tabs on. I'm going to change the height of my tabs to 1/8 inch or 1.25. And I believe that's ready to cut. I'll also say that if you're unsure of the feed rate, Easel is pretty good about setting up everything automatically, but you can change it into manual and make things a little faster if you want. The machine I'm using is definitely capable of doing this faster than 30 inches per minute, so I'm going to go ahead and change that. Now once we have that first baseboard cut out, we can go ahead and use the same 20-inch circle we used before, and now we can add the circles that the rods will sit in. So we'll add a circle, and we're going to make that a 2-inch circle. So we'll go ahead and lock it. Now with it selected, we're going to go up here to apps, and we're looking for radial array. So right here is radial array. Click on it. We're going to do 20 rod holders. So up here at shape count, we're going to do 20. So this is where it gets kind of confusing. It's speaking in radius. So I want about 1 inch from the outside, and then we have a 2-inch circle. So that's 3 inches. To get to the center of this 20-inch circle is 10. So 10 minus 7 is 3. So we're going to put a 7 up here. And we're going to import that. Leave original. So now that it's up here on this page, we're going to go ahead and move this over here out of the way, and we want to move this big circle down out of the way. Now we want to select all these, and we're going to combine them. So now when we want to move it, they're all moving together in uniform. We're going to change that to about a 1/4 inch pocket, and we're going to leave it clear out as pocket. Now we can go ahead and select both of these, and we can center to material. I think that looks pretty good. We'll probably stick with that. Now with this circle, we can go ahead and change it. We'll use this one for the dowel rod that I'm going to use for like the pedestal. The dowel I have is 1 3/8. So we'll change this to 1.375. We'll center that to material, and I want it to be about a 1/2 inch deep. I think that looks pretty good. The tabs are the same from before. So we'll go ahead and center this again in case we moved anything. And now that's ready to cut. Now that we have both that bottom base and this rotating board here cut out, we can go ahead and make our top pedestal piece. So we'll make another circle, and we want it to be just inside of all these circles. So let's try to make it 14 inches. That's good. That's what we want. We want it just inside these outside circles here. So we'll go ahead and copy this. And let's start a new tab. Change our dimensions again. And this top piece is going to be 1/2 inch, so we'll leave that alone. We're going back to the 1/4 inch size bit. Bring that into the view now. We'll go ahead and center that. This will get cut on the outside shape path and all the way through. Bring our tabs up to 1/8 inch. That's not necessary. I just like having a little bit beefier tabs because I go faster with my machine. When we cut this out, it will be the bottom of the top piece. I want to add little tabs on the bottom that you won't see from the top, and these will be placement markers to show me where I need to put the fishing pole holder clips. Otherwise it would just be a guessing game for me. So select that circle. I'm using a 1/4 inch bit, so it needs to be just a little bit bigger than a 1/4 inch. We'll go 0.3, and with it still selected, we'll go back up here to apps and radial array. Again, we're going to do 20, and we want these to be right on the outside edge almost. So we're going to go ahead, it's a 14 inch circle, so we'll just do 7 inch radius and import that. Leave original size and bring these down again, get them out of the way, and combine all these. Center that to the material, come down and get this little circle, the big circle, center it to the material. And we can see here that the small tabs are too big. So let's bring that circle down, select this circle. It's a 14.6. I don't know where that number comes from. Let's change it. We'll drop it down to 14 on the dot. See what that gives us. That's what we want right there. Let's bring them up. They're just going to be little pockets. 1/16 inch deep is really all we need. Just something to show us this is where we want the fishing pole clips. That looks pretty good. So we'll bring this circle up again, and we're going to change it to 1 3/8. Center it to the material, and we're going to cut it 1/4 inch deep. So now that is the bottom side of the top piece, and it is ready to cut out. And finally, for the top of the top piece, I've already uploaded this SVG of a bass. This file was free. I'll put the link to it down in the description below, and we're just going to eyeball it. I've also got it set for a 90-degree V-bit, so if you're not paying for Easel Pro, you won't be able to do this with the V-bit. But we're just going to eyeball it, and I know that that top circle is a 14 inch circle, so let's go ahead and make it 14 inches. Do an outline, that way we know we got to stay within this. Bring this up, resize it. This is just whatever size you want to make it. So with this circle already cut out, I'm just going to eyeball it. So I'm going to take the circle out, and I'm going to change this position to the center, And I'm going to go ahead and zero these out. What this will do is it creates the starting point right in the middle of your cut. So even though all these are not on the grid, it will still cut this out. Okay, looks pretty good. Let's build this thing.